David has a tattoo that matches the one found on the body of a 15 girl discovered.
Yo, check. Today we is reacting to a pedophile named David. RP to the girl that had died, got murdered by this sick singer, unwell-deserved person. Let's get to the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's get to it. Thanks for the support also. Let's get it.
What's poppin', y'all? We covered this when it first happened, and that is the body that was found in David's Tesla impounded into a lot in LA while he was on tour. This was really weird, and it was a Tesla too, and I had so many questions about it. None of it made sense to me. I didn't jump to the conclusion that he had caught a body or was going to catch a body, but I said, like, how is your Tesla?
It's crazy because literally, when I had saw this the first time when they said it was a body found in his car, I already knew the way. First of all, just off his like videos, and then that's why like the videos was always posted on the same day, so it meant something for him, and he always gave a sign throughout the music video. Never listened to this dude, never heard of him. When I went back, it was always September 8th. So it gave a clue to something just weird happening. Like, it just gave a clue already.
Not reported stolen. You know where the location of your Tesla is all the time. Like, you have the application for it. So that was all weird. But today, we've got a lot more news to cover. And the first thing that came out, it was by TMZ, and they reported that the singer David has a tattoo that matches the one found on the body of a 15 girl discovered in his Tesla. So he has the tattoo.
This is another reason why I don't go to no activities, bro. Because first of all, the amount of sickening in guys and females, bro, definitely the guys. Y'all aim at 15-year-olds. Out of anything you could possibly get as a famous person, you aimed at a 15-year-old and talking to her since she was 11 years old. Pure dirty.
Tattoo on his index finger, on the inside of his index finger, which is one that Rihanna popularized, that trend where she puts the index finger over her mouth and it has a sh on it. And so we find out that it's a girl. We didn't even know if it was a girl or a boy.
Regardless of the kind of essay they write,
boy, or the age of the individual. And in the TMZ article, they say the following. The body has now been identified as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas. Authorities said she had a tattoo on her right index finger with the letters Shh. David's tattoo is also on his right index finger. And then they show a missing persons report. And it says Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and they show photos of her. Last seen April 5th, 2024.
The fact that she looks so innocent is mad crazy. It always be the ones that look so innocent that always end up in a bad situation. And those actually be the females that actually be bad. Game like this, mad crazy. Like she like a person that would literally get like a 3.5 GPA, chill. Just a chill person, bro. RP, bro.
Last seen in Lake Elsinore, California. I think that's in the Inland Empire. Date of birth, 9/7/2010. This is September 7, 2010. I'm just seeing 2010 and seeing a human being born that year. It really rattles me. It still rattles me. Current age, 13. So she was 13 when she went missing. So she's been missing for almost a year and a half from this official report. But we would come to find out later that she was officially missing, but she was in contact with some people until about a month ago. Height 5'3", weight 120 pounds, and then it says last seen wearing gray pants and a black sweater, a hat, and Hello Kitty sandals. Left the house at 9 p.m. on Friday, April 5th. So she left the house at 9 p.m. on a Friday. Yeah. maybe she was somebody that went out frequently. People did say that, from rumors that we're hearing, is that she was always in and out. There was instability in the home. And then TMZ says that they spoke with Celeste's mom last week, and she told us about her daughter's tattoo, adding it was in Reading. The mom said Celeste had been missing for more than a year, but she was suspicious of the Tesla discovery because she said Celeste's boyfriend's name was David. David, singer, and...
Which is crazy because, first of all, as a mother, bro, I would have been like, let me see who this dude is. Let me see how he is. Let me see what he on. First of all, if I heard he was over 13 years old, get on with that, bro. This dude was 17 years old, talked to an 11-year-old. And the fact, the audacity, the mom let the teenager even get a tattoo was so crazy. And she didn't even really care. She's gay suspicious about the whole situation. She literally could have been solved this out and got her daughter, but she ain't care one thing about it.
Then, yeah, we didn't get much information after this, but then, because he hadn't been in LA for over a month. So what people are thinking is, okay, well, maybe this body was decomposing for a month, and it was left on a Hollywood street, and it wasn't reported stolen. And David's team, they quieted down, which they should. Then it would come out later that police were hunting for videos that could identify the driver of David's Tesla in the area where his car was abandoned. And it shows it right here. So this is the street or the neighborhood where the car was found. And this does seem like where events happen, where things happen, and you are likely to get towed here if you're parking at the wrong time. So it says David's Tesla was abandoned on a street in the Hollywood Hills before it was towed and impounded with a dead body inside. And cops are scouring the area where the car was parked and looking for video that would identify the driver and maybe crack the case. They're gonna find video here. There's ring cameras everywhere on this house. Actually, I think I know. No way, this isn't Hollywood Hills. No, never mind. I thought I noticed that place. Multiple people who live on the block where the singer's Tesla was abandoned tell TMZ LAPD swept the area and are talking with every neighbor they can track down to see if there's ring camera surveillance video showing his car. We're told cops are not only asking residents for showing the main street where the car was towed from, they're also searching for video showing nearby alleyways, suggesting cops believe that Tesla may have been driven through an alley before being abandoned to avoid detection. We know cops got video of the alleyway from at least one neighbor, but the Tesla was not in the footage. We're told the neighbor who called to have the car towed earlier this month has since talked to police and turned over footage, but we don't know if the video revealed the driver's identity. And they were saying that a bunch of these houses are short-term rentals, so it's hard for them to get into contact with the actual owners of the place. And it was called, so the cops were called after the odor got too out of hand. Now, what they say in the report is that it's a chopped up and decomposing body inside. But other people are saying that the body fell apart because it was severely decomposed. So the LA County Medical Examiner said the body was severely decomposed and appeared to have been in the car for an extended period of time before being found. But I don't know what an extended period of time is, because even in less than a week, a body really starts to stink. So for it to get to this point, how long was it there?
That's the most craziest thing. Like, for it to get to that point and only in a month, without nobody noticing this before, is mad crazy. Mad crazy.
And how long was it in the trunk? And you got to think, for a tow lot, the smell has to be pungent, because people aren't like, it's not like down the block, or it's not like a residential area where people are constantly walking around or close to the home. Like, tow lot people are probably not checking for a lot of those cars. The people working there, at least. Then a lot more information. Bruh. Outside started to surface on social media. One post was saying that she left her house wearing Hello Kitty, and David had an obsession with Hello Kitty. There's photos of him wearing a Hello Kitty zip-up hoodie.
The fact that this dude is so zesty, like, first of all, how does this dude even, well, he's mad zesty and weird. You can just tell in his eyes that he just don't have the type of mindset to even be near a female. Look how zesty and weird he looks, bro. He like he being ready just to do something to a little girl, bro. Like, dead serious. That look literally gives me just weird vibes. Every time I look at him, just weird.
There's photos of him with Hello Kitty t-shirts, Hello Kitty mugs, very an odd coincidence if you want to call it that. But then an alleged photo of him and this girl had surfaced, and it says, Celeste and David, don't let me sleep. And it says 3:51 a.m.
Bro, look how young she looks. Look at the hand, gang. Bro. The full description as how she literally looks like she just turned 13. But in reality, she was around 12. Probably just finna hit 13. And she been missing for the longest.
And it's David and what looks to be that girl Celeste Rivas Hernandez in a FaceTime call with somebody else. And this, though, one of the craziest, most disturbing things about this is there are a bunch of people that knew that this was going on, and this guy he was trying to hide it, but he was showing a lot more than I don't even really get it, because I'll give you guys another clip as an example. There was a Discord message that was leaked because this guy had a Discord server, and somebody asked him on December 13th, 2023. So this chick would have been, what, 11 at that time, or 12? And this guy, Lamp, says, hey, who's the girl? And then this dude, David, says, you are a fed. It's like, what? And that girl looks like it could be her, but there have been a couple that have looked like her. Like, it might be a different girl. But the scariest part about this is that when this first came out, a lot of people were trying to defend it, saying that he was on tour, and he kept up appearances. Like, the guy was just doing his shows, tossing out
This dude does not look like he is right, bro. In my eyes, this dude look like he just. You could just tell when. I could just tell, like, his eyes look like he was just ready for this moment, like being ready, which he was, but.
Booze saying that he was cooperating with law enforcement. I don't know what cooperation looks like, but on one of the threads, some guy actually shared a story that would come to show us that this guy knew what was going on. And he said the following: this guy's a weirdo. A close friend's little sister from the IE Inland Empire ran away last year, and this is who she was with. We think her sister was peeing her out. Yeah, P-I-N, peeing her out. She was in 7th grade at the time. LAPD sweeped his place in the hills. So they're already saying that LAPD looked through this guy's crib and she wasn't there. I'm terrified that's who's in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I won't release names as she's still a minor, but she was from Lake Elsinore. And this person says, whoa, hope that's not the case. And then you've got someone trying to defend the situation, which is understandable at that time. But this person says, it isn't speculation. It literally happened. I don't really care if you've heard nice things about him. That has no impact on my personal negative experience.
I'm sorry, I'm not holding no defense. Even if he didn't even do it, I'm not holding no defense against him, because it was still in your car. You should know who you're dealing with as a person in the crew. You should know who you're involving in your community that's around you as a singer, even if he didn't do it. But for people that's sticking like to him and like just being like, oh, it wasn't him and stuff when it first happened, I still would not have took his side, because you gotta know what type of person you're dealing with before you even talk to, before you hang out, do business with him or anything. Even if it was one of his friends or something, he just owned the car, still gotta take accountability for that, because you hiring people that might have bad reputation. That's why you gotta get to know the person for the longest before you do business or anything with them, bro. But he mad sick, bro. Like,
and we would come to find out that, yeah, that was a chick from that was a girl from Lake Elsinore that was in 7th grade at the time, because she would be in 9th grade right now, and she is passed away in that trunk. So this guy, now we don't know officially if David's the one that ended it, but we do know that as of now, we have a lot of overwhelming information that this guy was seeing and spending a lot of time with this girl. And there are Discord messages where David in 2022 says Celeste in here, question mark, and it says, hi, David Var. So you've got that as one of the replies, which is freaky. And then more conspiracy theory type things come out where it says David's hit song Romantic Homicide was released on September 7th, which was the birthday of Celeste Rivas Hernandez.
The fact they kept repeating songs on the same exact day each different year though. That would have added I would have asked him a question as a fan, like, why keep dropping on September 7th? Why keep dropping? Then that's when the meaning behind his songs was crazy. Like, he literally told the whole scene in a music video. He been playing this for 3 to 2 years, bro, for this to happen. Then, that's what I'm saying, like, the community is, like, just weird. Your favorite rapper or anything could be, like, just weird as he is. And you don't even know. That's why, like, it's just best to stay inside and just stay to yourself and make sure you're around, because people like this dude right here will just end it in one snap just because you want to go out, be free, all that. At a young age, too, it's crazy.
This was in 2022. We do have messages going back to 2023 of them, but I don't know if it's this crazy where the person's dropping it, because, like, what are you saying, that he intended on offing the chick years ago? Actually, as a matter of fact, no. It is, he may have known her, because in 2022 he was talking to her, and this was October that we got that message. So she may have, been in contact with him at that time. But he may have dropped it on her birthday as like a quote unquote gift to her for her 12th birthday. Oh my god. This is insane. People had O.J. Simpson, and we get this guy. And then there was also a song that leaked on that he made in December of 2023 called Celeste, where he's like, oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Now, this is the thing. We don't know yet if she has his name tattooed on her chest, but he says Celeste in this song multiple times. That's a song that leaked just yesterday. And there have been other people that have been talking about how they knew that this was going on, or they knew that there was a Celeste. People are trying.
And to the people who took the money and ain't say nothing, is stupid. And that's how I feel. Because I don't care how much he offered me. If I know you talking to a 7th grader and you're out of high school, bro, I would have said, F the money, hurry up and bring my mom, a teacher, or somebody to get this off campus, bro. That's sick. Y'all would take the money to not tell and to let your friend, y'all that wasn't even her friend, y'all just let her suffer with this dude, and she just became dead. Now everybody want to be like, oh, yeah, he told us not to tell. He gave us money to do it. Y'all should be charged too. The money don't mean anything in this type of situation, bro. Should take money for granted. Grass not always green on that side, bro. It's not that serious. First of all, you rather take half her life, give it to somebody for some money. It's crazy. I would have told you immediately.
Trying to tie streamers into it, which I think is unfair. There was Jason Lewine who had met somebody, because Jason Lewine did a song with this guy, and he was cordial with him. He was cool with him. I wouldn't say they're friends, because I can't judge streamer celebrity friendships. These guys are odd. But this is the thing. This guy was posting to his close friends. This dude David. There's a post right here. This guy.
Mad dirty. Just sick. Ain't no way I'm posting in my close friends about a little tiny female. at the age you are, bro, ain't no way. That's how you know he got a bad spirit. I would have been thought to myself the first time I seen her. No. Anybody that's at that age, you gotta be sick. No, you is sick. You're a demon and dirty. Cause this can't be real, bro. Like, the world we live in is so dirty and sick.
It says David posted pictures of him and Celeste, close friends, so the information they were dating wasn't made public. Dog, how are you posting to close friends? And he's got Fortnite Battle Royale music. An important detail I have to add.
Crazy too, bro. Like, just don't know what you gonna run into, bro. I know Fortnite just feel like, dang, bro, I wish you investigated this dude more, his background and stuff, bro. Like, this dude been hiding her. Fortnite make collabs. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves his music, and it had a deep meaning into it because of her. Mostly every song definitely had a mention because of her, bro. Somebody that was young wasn't even prepared for this type of moment, and you took it for granted with her life. Just RP, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Here is David is currently 20. I don't know why, but I thought he was older. I feel like you guys would probably
I thought he was
think
like
that
24,
he was older as well.
24.
I just thought he was 24 or 25 or something like that. Now that doesn't change anything that's been going on here at all. But perhaps that's why he's moving in the way that he is after the girl has been found, or the body had been found, because you would think somebody would just dip out of there. Like, how are you continuing to act like everything's normal? And then there was also Instagram stories of Celeste that he was resharing in 2023, and she has at David with red kissing lipstick emojis, and that's him. And the account was Dean Blunt Lover 444, and he says
The fact he was so serious about this relationship just make it even more just. You need something. You need it. You ain't deserve to be here, bro. Her life is taken away for no reason.
Use my music, SMH, and he reposts that story. The person that made the initial statement on the Reddit before the body was even confirmed to be a man, woman, girl, boy, said, "Sorry for the late response. I'm sure the police have been involved, but I don't know the full detail of C's life. It seemed to me that she has had a broken home life, family life, because the way my sister put it, she would never be home and always be out. Seems like the parent relationship wasn't there, and I'm not sure if he's still paying or not. I can ask my sister and get back to you." Edit. I asked my sister and she said she isn't sure, but I saw a news article of the picture of the girl, and my sister confirmed that it is indeed C. See this news article here. Her name was Celeste, but I used the term C just in case it wasn't her, but this confirms it. And this is great. And then they also showed, this was the pic bro showed me. And
this dude had no fear in his eyes with this either. And these people right here happily taking the money. Well, not happily, I'll say, but just like, I got the money, I keep it shut. If I would have thought smarter, even if we needed the money, take the money, go to the police, report. I would have had my phone on record every time I seen him. Had that proof right there. Go to his crib, arrest that boy. I would have got free money and he would have went to jail. And she would have still been alive. But that's not even the case. I would have took no money. Because that's dirty money.
And this was a picture of David meeting up around the corner, paying other people that are her age, to keep their mouth shut about the situation. And TMZ would report that this was in Lake Elsinore, right around from where she lived. This gets even more disturbing because fans went and had a conversation with Celeste's brother. And I'm going to read you guys the conversation right now. He says, "Dude, why does Celeste follow you? All respect to your sister, and I hate how trash people are being. Was it really him? Jesus, all love, man. Yeah, it was him, because he found my account out of nowhere and followed me. Damn, well, he has it coming.
And that's what make it weird too. Like you followed her brother, and you ain't want her talking to no boys. You ain't want her talking to her own family, bro. You're mad sick, bro. Like, and the fact that her brother was even just so shocked and just concerned about her was the mad crazy part, bro. And he even get a chance to even probably say I love her one more time before the time she died, bro. Probably ain't even get a good conversation, bro. I know that's still haunting him to this day, bro.
That's wild. Just randomly.
Not to this day, but still haunting him forever in his life, bro. Like he lost his sister to somebody that wanted to be a pedophile, just wanted to ruin a little girl's life, bro. Because he couldn't find the love he actually could with somebody his age. He just wanted to be dirty.
Did you even ever talk to him? He said, I met him once in person. So this guy knew that this situation was going on. He said, did you and your family know of your sister being with them? Like she was living with them? All of this stuff is so confusing and disgusting. I knew and went to the police about it, but lack of evidence, so it was waved off. I believe this is a thing. And he says, BS. Now that there's 1,000 people backing you up, that won't happen again. But if they had listened, yeah, it won't happen again because she's dead. That's why.
That's crazy. You know how you think of, he literally know it won't happen again because he got nobody else. Pretty sure his sister was his main focus, like. And the fact that the police waved it off and it was mad people that really went to the police about this, the internet need to be, the people that find more evidence and stuff need to be paid, bro, more than the cops, bro, because they find out all the evidence before the cops is. They just chilling, watching the evidence, let us get the evidence, then they go off us, and then that's when you're like, oh yeah, we got this, and give the person who really fucking no credit, no nothing. Just take the credit, move along with it.
It won't happen. Even then, they don't do anything. They haven't even done anything towards him. That's how it is with celebrities. This guy's just yapping about this Diddy thing. People went after Diddy, and Diddy was not in a situation like this. And then he says, how long has she been gone? He says, dead? 2 weeks. He says, damn, that's soon. People have been saying like a month. The dude's a weirdo. His songs all have weird messages. What do you think happened? Like, he didn't want her to expose him being with her? And this guy says, I don't know. Damn, was your sister like in love with him and choosing to stay? I'm guessing it was all him just manipulating her.
Waiting until she get 18 to get married and stuff, bro. So you actually was planning, like, weddings and stuff at 18. She ain't even get to live yet, bro. Like, 18, bro, let it simmer in, bro. No word jump. This was a weirdo, not accepting none of that, but that is mad weird, bro. Like, you kept her hostage. You kept her in the house. You kept her near you all times, bro. Like, she couldn't talk to nobody that was a boy, really. Can't even really talk to people because of you, bro.
And the brother says, yeah, she was always saying that she was waiting till, he was waiting till she was 18 to get married and stuff like that. That's impossible, because if that happened, then everyone's just going to rewind and say, hold on, you've been together for this long, or you just got married and this happened. So I think David found himself in a situation where he was screwed. Well, he created a situation for himself in which he was screwed, because if they ever separate, she starts talking about the situation, he's screwed. If they stay together, he makes it more public than he already was, which is like a very, very, very low-key public, then he's screwed, because people will say, well, you met her all this time ago, and there's all this information out there. So he was screwed regardless. And then he says, what's crazy is all these people in his circle who knew and didn't say anything. I saw one guy got sued by him. I'm sure you would have too if you kept pushing.
I don't care about being sued. Let me tell you something. When you hit that courthouse, you got all the evidence. You got all the evidence. Unless you mess with a little minor. And getting mad because a post was posted, and you're gonna sue him because of a pic. But you should be in jail for this, bro. No, not even in jail. She dead now. RP. You should get the death penalty, bro. Seriously. Creepy.
Says, dog, what? I never knew that. My sister wouldn't say anything, ever. And I knew a couple of girls like this when I was, what, like 12, 13. This was, you just don't know what's going on with them. You don't know what's going on with their family situation. They leave, they disappear from school for a month, 2 months, and then come back. You don't know where they were. They're not telling anybody what's going on. So it's hard to even get a read of the situation. And then he's like, yo, there's so much stuff in that Discord he has. He's like, what the hell? There's a Discord? But this guy didn't even know that. This Discord was likely where this was all born. He says, yeah, it was just his fan Discord and stuff. I wasn't in it, obviously, but from what I know, he was decently active in it. And some screenshots and screen recordings were posted today and yesterday after the news. Showed one guy saying this. And that was one of the fans saying, show the one with the missing girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. And that's David talking about, I'm in a song crisis right now. So this person in the Discord knew that David had some involvement with the girl that was already known.
This what makes it so crazy. Like, her brother was so lost. Like, ain't have no Discord or nothing. If he had the Discord, I feel like he would have found a way to literally show the proof and get probably her back home, bro. He had no evidence to clear this up fully, bro. And it was just crazy how they was talking through the server, bro. Everybody knew, but everybody kept their mouth shut. Even the people that was viewing the videos and everything, bro. Like, they just kept their mouth shut about this for 3 years, bro, and ain't saying nothing. Like, my mom would have been like, man, I gotta do a post or something. Don't matter if I get no views, no nothing. Keep this up. Like, one day this will affect that I've been trying to let people know, but it never worked. But people don't care, bro. Like, until something happens, that's when they really care.
Is missing. And he says 95% sure it's legit. Someone who was in the server before was locked, screen reported them looking up this message. It wasn't edited or anything. He says, what the F? No effing way, dude. Please send me more if you know. And then he goes on and he says, only a small number of people were aware until today. I wish I would have known. I could have used this. He says, you didn't have your sister added on Discord, right? He says, I don't even have a Discord. That's how you know this.
Crazy.
This guy's normal. He says, yeah, I was just seeing because someone took an SS of her account. All right, this is what I got. We've seen a lot of this information, the photos and stuff. And he says, are these photos her? And that song was the unreleased David song. And this is just stuff proving the messages are real. And then that guy says, yes, those photos are of her. He says, do you know any of your sister's Instagram accounts? And then he shows those text messages back and forth.
Look how young she looks, bro. She don't feel like she was even thinking about nothing but school. It's just happiness. Probably do cheerleading. Probably do whatever. She like she the one that just run around at the park just for fun and have a little ice cream.
He says, that's my sister, dog. And he shows more photos of his sister. He says, yeah, you think this is real? He says, yes, I do. I know who Gus is. He's dead. He says, what happened? He says, he got shot up, dead. And he says, you think by David or some other ish?
Even though he said other stuff, bro, David was connected. I mean, yeah, David was connected. I just feel like it was just whatever this situation was, it's gonna be a whole big documentary and just crazy news about it. It's gonna be this young, like, is going down in the history of rap to be one of the most weirdest, disgusted things in history of rap, bro. Not just rap, R&B, everything. The whole community of just whatever. It's gonna go crazy.
Because some other stuff. So who knows what this Gus guy was involved with, but the way that this Gus guy came into play is this text thread had spread, and it was supposed to be, or what people were saying was Celeste, and he also says that he believes this is true. Celeste on the left side, and in the red is a friend of Celeste's, a family, like maybe like a sister or cousin, something like that. And it was someone checking up on her and says, I'm just gonna check up on you. And then
oh, this wasn't a brother text message? It's crazy.
Les says, I don't want to talk to anyone. That's it. Okay, yes, of course. But you have to swear you're going to stay safe. Are you still going to talk to David or go back with him? Because I don't want you to get into any more trouble with him. I'm safe. No, I'm not. So she's not going back to David. Okay, I love you. I'll text you in about a week. Don't delete Insta. Love you too, and I...
When I had text her in a week, I would have texted her every day. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. Because for a situation like this, I don't care if she keeps saying she ain't giving me no information. I'm finding a way to get that information every day. For sure, right home. Cause this is crazy. And nobody ain't really cared. Except for probably the brother, bro. I feel like the brother actually cared, just couldn't find a way, bro. Don't even know how old he is. But the one thing I would say is the mother and the dad, whoever her dad or family parents is, they did a horrible job at parenting. And it was just crazy, bro. And the people that just literally took the money and stuff, like, they should be charged. Like, y'all accepted this, bro. Now y'all gotta live by it. Now, I know y'all thinking, like, I should have just told instead of taking the money. The money was valuable at the time y'all was thinking. It's not valuable now.
Well, and then it says I made it, and it says it can bleed and not bleed during SEX because you probably did it when you were younger. I didn't because I wasn't horny. And it says you said you bled. It says, I thought I did, but I just got on period. I only bled with David. And then it says with Gus, and this is the same Gus that guy's talking about that's dead. With Gus, I was just drunk and did it because he got mad at me the first time for not getting with him. So that Gus.
And this is the most sick thing, bro. Made her bled, bro. You know how sick you gotta be, bro. Like, come on, bro.
That was also followed by David and followed by that account is now dead, according to the brother of Celeste, who is also dead. So that's almost all of the information that's out right now. There's a couple of other things, like the guy that he got called a Fed, he's been talking and saying some stuff, and people have been sharing some Discord messages, but it's nothing like so damning that we've got to add. But let me know what y'all think of this in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit notifications.
That's it for the video, bro. Like, I got nothing very much to say. I said what I said, bro, but this is crazy world we living out, bro. Like, that's really crazy. But RIP to the girl. Send my condolences to her family and stuff, bro. But this video is like real crazy. Not even just a video. It's so like just crazy how the world is, bro. And just to think about it, like, now everybody gonna just be looking lost because they could have helped, but they chose different stuff and just chose to be quiet. That's crazy. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I have more for y'all soon, bro. Peace. Love y'all. Big Detroit, man.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say it.